Caitlin Clark has been named the Associated Press, AP, Female Athlete of the Year, a testament to her transformative impact on women's basketball and sports at large. Clark's journey to this honor is marked by a series of remarkable achievements. During her collegiate career at the University of Iowa, she broke the NCAA Division I career scoring record for both men and women, amassing 3,951 points. She led Iowa to its second consecutive national championship game, drawing unprecedented attention to women's basketball. The 2024 national championship game attracted 18.9 million viewers, making it the most-watched basketball game at any level since 2019. Transitioning to the professional arena, Clark was the top pick in the WNBA draft, joining the Indiana Fever. Her rookie season was nothing short of spectacular. She earned Rookie of the Year honors and set multiple WNBA records, including the most assists and points in a rookie season. Beyond her on-court prowess, Clark's influence has significantly elevated the visibility and popularity of women's sports. Her games have led to sold-out arenas and record-breaking television viewership, a phenomenon often referred to as the Caitlin Clark effect. The Indiana Fever's attendance soared from an average of 4,067 fans per game in 2023 to leading the league with over 17,000 fans per game following her arrival. Clark's impact extends beyond statistics and records. She has become a role model and a catalyst for change in women's sports, inspiring a new generation of athletes and fans. Her grace under pressure and ability to handle the spotlight have been widely praised, further solidifying her status as a transformative figure in athletics. This recognition as AP Female Athlete of the Year adds to a growing list of accolades for Clark, who was also named Time Athlete of the Year earlier this month. Her contributions continue to shape the future of women's sports, breaking barriers and setting new standards of excellence. Caitlin Clark has been named the Associated Press, AP, Female Athlete of the Year, a recognition that underscores her transformative impact on women's basketball and the broader sports world. Known for her extraordinary talent, leadership, and charisma, Clark has redefined expectations for women's sports, drawing unparalleled attention and inspiring countless fans worldwide. Collegiate brilliance at Iowa. Clark's collegiate career at the University of Iowa was nothing short of legendary. A scoring powerhouse, she shattered the NCAA Division I career scoring record for both men and women, finishing with 3,951 points. Her performances were consistently dazzling, and she led Iowa to back-to-back national championship games, cementing her place as one of the greatest players in college basketball history. The 2024 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, featuring Clark's Iowa team, attracted 18.9 million viewers, a record-breaking audience for any basketball game since 2019. This monumental viewership highlighted the surging popularity of women's basketball and underscored Clark's role as a driving force behind its growth. Professional stardom in the WNBA. Upon entering the professional ranks, Clark was selected as the top pick in the WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever. Her rookie season was historic, earning her Rookie of the Year honors while setting records for the most points and assists in a rookie season. Clark's skill set and competitive spirit quickly made her a household name, further elevating the WNBA's profile. Her impact extended beyond individual accolades, as she revitalized the Indiana Fever franchise. The team's average attendance skyrocketed from 4,067 fans per game in 2023 to over 17,000 per game in 2024, leading the league in attendance, a direct result of what has been dubbed the Caitlin Clark effect. A cultural icon and catalyst for change. Clark's influence transcends basketball. Her ability to perform under pressure, coupled with her humility and poise, has made her a role model for aspiring athletes and young fans. She is celebrated not just for her athletic achievements but also for her efforts to promote equity in sports and inspire a new generation of athletes. Clark's games consistently sell out arenas and attract millions of viewers, a testament to her magnetic appeal and the growing recognition of women's sports. Her impact on basketball has drawn comparisons to legendary figures, cementing her as one of the most influential athletes of her time. A growing legacy. The AP Female Athlete of the Year honor is the latest addition to Clark's expanding list of accolades, which includes being named Time Athlete of the Year earlier in December. As she continues to excel on the court and inspire off it, Caitlin Clark remains a beacon of progress in women's sports, shattering barriers and setting new benchmarks for excellence. Her story is not just about records and victories, it's about the transformation of an entire landscape. By elevating women's basketball to unprecedented heights, Clark has firmly established herself as a pivotal figure in sports history. Caitlin Clark's rise to becoming the Associated Press, AP, Female Athlete of the Year encapsulates a narrative of unparalleled talent, unrelenting determination, and a profound impact on the sports industry. Beyond her personal achievements, her journey signifies a shift in how women's sports are perceived, celebrated, and supported on a global scale. The collegiate phenomenon. Clark's tenure at the University of Iowa set the foundation for her meteoric rise. Known for her exceptional shooting range, court vision, and competitive spirit, she became the face of NCAA women's basketball. Breaking the NCAA Division I all-time scoring record was just one of her many feats, with her career total of 3,951 points standing as a testament to her dominance. Her ability to elevate those around her was evident as she led Iowa to consecutive NCAA championship games. Clark's presence turned her team into a national powerhouse and made every game a must-watch event. Her electrifying performances garnered her numerous accolades, including multiple National Player of the Year awards, and solidified her legacy as one of the most celebrated college athletes in history. The 2024 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, in which Clark starred, became a cultural moment. With nearly 19 million viewers tuning in, it broke records for basketball viewership and marked a turning point in the visibility of women's sports. Analysts credited Clark's captivating playstyle and star power for drawing in a broader audience, including many who were watching women's basketball for the first time. Dominating the professional stage. When Clark transitioned to the WNBA, expectations were sky-high and she exceeded them. Drafted as the number 1 overall pick by the Indiana Fever, Clark's rookie season reshaped the league. She became the first player in WNBA history to lead the league in points and assists as a rookie, breaking records for total points scored and total assists in a single season. Her immediate impact extended to the Fever franchise, which had struggled with low attendance and limited success in previous years. With Clark on the roster, the Fever not only became playoff contenders but also saw a meteoric rise in fan engagement. The team's home games were sold out regularly, and television ratings for their games surged nationally. Beyond the stats, cultural influence. Clark's influence transcends basketball. Dubbed the Caitlin Clark effect, her ability to draw fans, inspire young athletes, and engage with the media has redefined what it means to be a superstar in women's sports. Her journey has inspired increased investment in women's basketball, from sponsorship deals to increased TV coverage, helping to pave the way for future generations of athletes. Clark's personal brand also reflects her dedication to breaking barriers. Her endorsements with major companies and advocacy for gender equity in sports have elevated her status as a role model. Whether addressing issues of pay disparity, representation, or visibility, Clark uses her platform to advocate for meaningful change. Recognition and legacy. The AP Female Athlete of the Year award caps off a historic 2024 for Clark, who was also named Time Athlete of the Year earlier in December. These honors recognize not just her on-court brilliance but also her ability to inspire and uplift the entire landscape of women's sports. As her career progresses, Clark is poised to leave an indelible mark, both in basketball and beyond. Her story is about more than personal success, it's about leading a movement that challenges stereotypes, breaks records, and shifts cultural perceptions. With each game, Caitlin Clark continues to shape the future of sports, reminding us all of the power of talent, perseverance, and vision. Caitlin Clark, a standout figure in women's basketball, has recently been at the center of a controversy that underscores persistent stereotypes about women in sports and raises questions about merit-based recognition. The debate intensified following her feature on the cover of Time magazine as Athlete of the Year, a first for a WNBA player. While many celebrated this milestone, some critics argued that the spotlight on Clark overshadowed other deserving athletes, suggesting that her prominence might be influenced by factors beyond her on-court performance. This discourse taps into long-standing stereotypes that often undermine women's achievements by attributing their success to external factors rather than merit. Such narratives not only diminish individual accomplishments but also perpetuate biases that hinder the progress of women's sports. Supporters of Clark emphasize her exceptional skills and the tangible impact she has had on the sport. Her tenure with the Indiana Fever has been marked by record-breaking performances and a significant increase in game attendance and viewership, a phenomenon referred to as the Caitlin Clark effect. These developments highlight her role in elevating women's basketball to unprecedented levels of popularity and engagement. The controversy surrounding Clark's recognition reflects broader challenges faced by women athletes, where their successes are sometimes scrutinized through a lens of skepticism rather than celebrated for their merit. Addressing these issues requires a concerted effort to challenge ingrained stereotypes and to ensure that recognition in sports is based on performance and contribution, free from biases related to gender or other extraneous factors. In conclusion, while Caitlin Clark's achievements have undeniably advanced women's basketball, the surrounding controversy serves as a reminder of the ongoing need to confront and dismantle stereotypes that impede the fair acknowledgement of women's accomplishments in sports. Caitlin Clark, a trailblazer in women's basketball, has recently found herself at the heart of a contentious debate that reflects deeper societal challenges regarding women in sports. This controversy, sparked by her high-profile feature on the cover of Time magazine as Athlete of the Year, has illuminated both the immense progress in recognizing women's sports and the lingering biases that threaten to undermine it. The Time magazine milestone and backlash. Clark's Time cover represented a watershed moment, as she became the first WNBA player to receive such recognition. For many, this was a celebration of her groundbreaking achievements, both on and off the court. However, critics argued that the spotlight on Clark overshadowed other deserving athletes, suggesting that factors like marketability, media appeal, or external narratives may have played a role in her selection. These critiques have sparked a broader discourse about how women's achievements are evaluated and recognized. Too often, female athletes face skepticism or are subjected to undue scrutiny, with their successes sometimes attributed to reasons beyond their merit or performance. The Caitlin Clark effect. Supporters of Clark emphasize her unparalleled contributions to basketball. Her rookie season with the Indiana Fever has been nothing short of revolutionary. She shattered WNBA records for scoring and assists, earned Rookie of the Year honors, and brought newfound attention to the league. Perhaps more significantly, Clark's presence has generated a surge in attendance and viewership, with Fever games leading the league in attendance. Her influence, dubbed the Caitlin Clark effect, has driven unprecedented engagement with women's basketball, further solidifying her impact as not just a player but a cultural phenomenon. A reflection of broader challenges. The controversy surrounding Clark underscores enduring stereotypes about women in sports. These biases often lead to a double standard where female athletes are held to higher or different expectations than their male counterparts. While male athletes are typically celebrated for their on-field accomplishments, women often face questions about their appearance, personality, or off-court influence. Clark's situation is emblematic of these challenges. Despite her undeniable talent and measurable contributions to her sport, some critics frame her recognition as a product of external factors rather than a reflection of her groundbreaking performances. The need for change. This debate highlights the urgent need to challenge and dismantle these ingrained stereotypes. For women's sports to continue their upward trajectory, recognition and accolades must be based purely on merit and impact, free from gender-based biases. Furthermore, Clark's journey should be celebrated as a model for the future, a testament to the potential of women's sports to captivate audiences, inspire young athletes, and command the same respect and recognition as their male counterparts. While Caitlin Clark's Time magazine feature and the ensuing controversy have sparked heated discussions, they also serve as a catalyst for change. Her achievements not only elevate the game of basketball but also challenge outdated perceptions about women in sports. As women's sports continue to grow, the focus should remain on celebrating excellence, breaking barriers, and ensuring that all athletes, regardless of gender, are recognized for their talent and contributions. Caitlin Clark's story is a reminder of the progress made and the work that remains in achieving true equity and merit-based recognition in sports. Caitlin Clark, a transformative figure in women's basketball, has become the epicenter of a heated debate that highlights lingering stereotypes about women in sports and questions surrounding merit-based recognition. Her rise to prominence has not only shattered records but also challenged outdated narratives, forcing society to confront biases that persist in evaluating women's achievements. Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, a milestone and backlash. Clark's selection as Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year marked a historic moment for women's sports, as she became the first WNBA player to earn this distinction. The recognition celebrated her trailblazing impact on basketball and her contributions to advancing the visibility of women's sports. While the honor was widely lauded, it also sparked controversy. Critics argued that Clark's selection overlooked other deserving athletes, implying that her prominence might have been influenced by her marketability, media appeal, or cultural narratives, rather than purely her athletic performance. This backlash reflects a broader societal issue: the tendency to scrutinize and undervalue women's accomplishments, often attributing their success to external factors rather than their own talent and hard work. The persistent undermining of women's achievements. The controversy surrounding Clark taps into entrenched stereotypes that have long undermined women in sports. These narratives frequently diminish individual accomplishments, framing them as the product of favorable circumstances or external advantages. Such biases not only marginalize athletes like Clark but also hinder the progress of women's sports as a whole by perpetuating skepticism around their legitimacy. For female athletes, recognition often comes with a double-edged sword. While their successes are celebrated, they are also scrutinized in ways their male counterparts rarely experience. This includes questioning their competitiveness, the quality of their leagues, and the authenticity of their achievements. Clark's undeniable impact on basketball. Despite the controversy, Clark's achievements speak for themselves. Her rookie season with the Indiana Fever has been nothing short of revolutionary. She shattered multiple WNBA records, including the most points and assists by a rookie, and earned Rookie of the Year honors. Her electrifying performances have drawn comparisons to some of basketball's greatest players, transcending gender and solidifying her status as a generational talent. Beyond her individual accolades, Clark's influence extends to the broader ecosystem of women's basketball. Her arrival in the WNBA ignited unprecedented interest in the league. The Indiana Fever, previously struggling with attendance, now leads the league in ticket sales, thanks to what has been dubbed the Caitlin Clark effect. Her games regularly sell out, and television viewership for her appearances has reached record levels. A broader cultural shift. Clark's rise is emblematic of a broader cultural shift in how women's sports are perceived and consumed. The increased attention on athletes like Clark reflects growing recognition of the talent, competitiveness, and entertainment value that women's sports offer. However, this shift also exposes the growing pains of challenging deeply ingrained biases. Critics of Clark's recognition argue that it perpetuates a lack of diversity in how women's sports are celebrated, pointing to the need for greater acknowledgement of athletes from different backgrounds and disciplines. This discourse highlights the importance of ensuring that the advancement of women's sports remains inclusive and equitable. The path forward: confronting stereotypes and celebrating merit. The controversy surrounding Clark's recognition underscores the urgent need to dismantle stereotypes that impede the fair acknowledgement of women's accomplishments in sports. To foster true progress, society must move beyond reductive narratives and celebrate athletes based on their performance, contributions, and impact. Clark's story also serves as a reminder of the transformative power of visibility. By excelling at the highest levels and commanding unprecedented attention, she is not only rewriting the narrative around women's basketball but also inspiring a new generation of athletes and fans. Conclusion. Caitlin Clark's achievements and the debates surrounding them reflect both the progress and challenges facing women in sports. Her historic Time magazine recognition and record-breaking performances have elevated women's basketball to new heights, but they have also exposed the persistent biases that athletes like her must navigate. As society continues to grapple with these issues, Clark's journey serves as a powerful testament to the potential of women's sports to captivate audiences, break barriers, and inspire change. Her impact extends far beyond the court, making her a symbol of progress and a catalyst for the ongoing fight for equity and recognition in sports. Caitlin Clark's rise to prominence in women's basketball is a multifaceted story of triumph, transformation,